What's up, you guys? It's your girl Ashley Bree back with a cooking video. As you can see, we are making a zucchini squash cheesy casserole. So let's get into it. Alright, you guys, we're going to get started on this dish by chopping up the yellow squash. So as you guys can see, I'm not chopping these up very small. I am kind of using medium slices because I am going to end up chopping them up in half and then into fourths. So no special form or fashion for this process. Just chop up that squash and we're going to add it to the pot. Now that I have all the squash chopped up, I'm just kind of go ahead and showing you that I have already pre-chopped the zucchini and it's under the squash at the bottom of the pot. So the zucchini is already in the pan as well. So now we're going to get to adding some water so that we can get this thing going. And we're only going to put it to like halfway. So now that everything's in the pot ready to go, I'm going to go in with some salt and pepper. Of course, this squash and zucchini has to have flavor. And just a little pro tip, salt also makes your water boil a lot faster. So of course we're adding the salt and pepper now. I'm only doing this prior to boiling because I want those seasonings to cook inside the dish. So I'm just going to give it a quick stir to make sure it spreads evenly, and then I'm going to go in with some garlic powder. Now that we've added those seasonings, we're going to go ahead and turn on the stove so that we can get this pot boiling. It doesn't take too long to boil. We only want to boil it for about 10 minutes because it will cook for an additional time period in the stove when we bake it all together. Now that it's come to a boil, we're going to turn it off. We just want to lightly cook it so that it will not be too watery when it's time to put it inside the casserole. So I have my strainer and I'm going to pour down the liquids inside the sink. I was trying to not let the camera fog up because all the steam, but hey, it still did it anyways. But you guys get the picture. So now I'm just going to add the contents of that bowl into a mixing bowl to get ready to go in with these seasonings right here. I'm going to be using onion, parsley, garlic, and crushed red pepper. Now, these seasonings are optional, but hey, this is how I do it. So the first things first, I'm going to go in with the onion. Now, to be honest with you guys, I normally use a fresh onion, but I did not have one on hand, so I had to use what I had and use the minced onion. So please use whatever you prefer and it'll still be great. Alright, so now I'm going in with the parsley, garlic, and going to be adding a few pieces of crushed red pepper. I'm not going to put very much of that because it is going to make the dish spicy, and I do want it to be kid friendly. I'm now going to add a bit more pepper and then some cheese, some grated Parmesan cheese. Y'all, this is going to make a difference, so add it. And of course, we can't forget about our main cheese for the dish, Colby Jack cheese. Now, when I tell you guys, this is definitely one of my favorites, especially for casserole dishes. So I'm just going to add in that whole bag. As you can see, that cheese has already started to melt, but we're going to go in with this cream of chicken right here. This is just going to make the casserole a lot creamier and just add that extra kick of flavor that we all love. As you can see, I'm making sure I get it all out, and to do it even better, let's go ahead and add about 1/4 cup of milk. This is just going to help clean out the container a lot better and add a little bit more creaminess to this dish. Now we're just going to mix all of those ooey gooey ingredients together, and voila, we have a well mixed casserole. But we're not done just yet. We're actually going to go in with these saltine crackers right here. We only are going to use probably about 10 crackers right now. I just like to add this into the dish just to give it a little bit more texture. And of course, you guys, I cannot wrap up this dish without adding the most needed seasoning, the Lawry seasoning salt. So we're going to add a dash of that just to wrap this thing up. Now let's get that oven preheated to 350 degrees, and then we're going to go in with this olive oil spray just to grease our pan so that we do not have any edges to stick. Now it's time to add that goodness into the casserole dish. We're going to just get that spread all the way out evenly over the casserole pan. And then, you guys, we cannot forget the last and final step. Well, almost the last and final step, but we gotta go in with some more cheese. And of course, I'm using my favorite Colby Jack. Now, you guys, I'm just using the cheese that I prefer, of course. Please use whatever your heart desires. I know mild cheddar will also work very well in this dish too, but hey, I have Colby Jack, so this is what I'm using. And I'm just gonna lightly sprinkle it over the entire casserole. Don't have to go too much, overboard with this part because cheese is already mixed in, but definitely wanna add that layer on the top. And you all know me, I like to make my casseroles very cute and pretty and just look so delicious to eat. So I'm going in adding a few more of those crackers on top, probably about 6 or 7 on top. And then I'm going to add my final and last touch. I'm going to be adding a dash of parsley as well as a dash of paprika. And there you have it. The casserole is complete. Let's just pop it in the oven and let it cook for about 25 minutes. And yeah, I think it's ready. Oh yes, you guys. Ooh, it is bubbling. That cheese is bubbling, y'all. It looks so good. When I tell you, I cannot wait to dive into this pan of goodness. So you guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm going to go dig in, but be sure to like this video. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber, and let me know in the comments if you make this dish. I hope you guys enjoy. As always, thank you for watching. Peace.